with Glenn and Julio, and today we are going to be doing the WWE Payback predictions. That pay-per-view is on tonight on the WWE Network, which is only $9.99. Not even sponsored by WWE. I don't know. They should pay me. I'm telling you people to buy it. It's cheap. But, it's like I said, just going to be the normal predictions podcast, going over each match. But with more on that, I guess I'll kick it over to Glenn.
Alright guys, so I do have the card here for this pay-per-view, and it actually seems like it will be a good one. Let's hope. But let's start with we'll start with the interesting one that we pretty much know the result to, but Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. This is actually for the United States Championship. There's a stipulation that says if Jericho wins the title, he will be transferred to SmackDown, but we'll let David go first because he pretty much knows the rub on what will probably happen.
Alright, so, this match, it's really plain and simple to see what's going on here. The rumor's been going on since before WrestleMania already. But Chris Jericho's new album with Fozzy dropped earlier this week, and he is said to be, going on tour with that, leaving WWE for a while. So, it's really easy. Kevin Owens wins this match. He is really one of the big faces of WWE now. They need to keep a title on him at all times. And that's really just the simple answer to this.
Julio, do you have anything else to add to that?
No.
Just a lot. No? Okay. Yeah, me neither. That's pretty much what we all think is gonna happen. So we will move on to the next match. We got Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe in a regular singles match. Julio, go first on this one. I want to hear what you have to say about this match.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I would say because now they got this Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens thing. If they want to, well, I think it would be Samoa Joe that. Well, I don't know. I could go either way, I guess. Anyway, they got this thing going on with Kevin Owens and that's that, and what the fuck is his name? Anyway, that person. Maybe they gotta make him.
Okay, so
you
said
just cut me
Samoa.
off.
You said Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens have a thing going on. So you're saying that
they may be forming that next league of or a tag team or whatever power trip.
Okay, so in terms of Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, who do you have winning this match, though?
Samoa Joe.
Okay, David.
I'm actually gonna go with Rollins. I think that whole plan thing with Owens and Samoa Joe is over now that Owens has moved to SmackDown. I think it was a really good idea if they would have kept with it. It would have been like a new evolution. Triple H would have been the Ric Flair of that. The old guy that can still get in the ring if he needs to, and then you got Owens and Samoa Joe. They could have added one more guy, make it, and the new evolution. But like I said, I think that's over now with Owens on SmackDown. So with this match exactly, I think it's going to be Seth Rollins that wins this match. They've really been keeping him up and keeping him going lately. Trying to get him the wins, trying to make him look good. He beat Triple H at Mania. So I'm gonna say Seth Rollins wins this match.
Yeah, I got Seth Rollins too, just because there's nothing to do with Samoa Joe doesn't have anything to do. Like, he's just a guy that will either protect the quote-unquote authority or just be someone's wingman. He's not gonna run anything single. So Seth Rollins is gonna get the push because they've just been doing it all along.
And on that note, before you move on, I actually think Samoa Joe should get just a regular singles push. When I was younger, I watched a lot of TNA, and he was always so good there. I know he's a little older now, but since he's come to WWE, he's looked really good. I'd love to see them put, like the Intercontinental belt on him now that that's on Raw. I don't think he's ever going to be a main title contender, but, Intercontinental belt or something along those lines. I think Samoa Joe would be a really good guy for something like that.
Okay. So now we got Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Julio, what you got?
I got Braun Strowman.
Any reason at all?
No.
Okay, David.
Um, Man, this is a hard one because they've really been kind of pushing both guys. I mean, Roman Reigns just beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, you know, but um, I'm gonna go with Roman just for the fact that they've been talking about setting up Roman versus Brock Lesnar Part 2 for the title. Um, and I think then after that, I think Brock will beat Roman at that, and then after that it'll be maybe Brock Strowman because that's been a little plotting around too. So yeah, so for now, I think it will be Roman Reigns wins this match.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who they could afford to lose this match. They've been pushing both these guys really hard. That's what
Exactly.
she said. And
Yeah.
I think this should build up to something like at the next pay-per-view for them to fight in a cage or like a
Yeah.
street fight or something big where there's blood everywhere. I think that they can definitely these two guys are like hardcore kind of fighters that can do that. Man, I'd like to see Braun Strowman win because I can't stand Roman Reigns, but they'll probably make Roman Reigns win just because that's what Vince McMahon does. So I'll go Roman Reigns in this one. We got this match, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. I'll just start out by saying there's a rumor that says this is a pre-recorded match in some like haunted house or something like that. I don't know who won or anything like that, but we pretty much know who did because the next pay-per-view they have Bray Wyatt still with the Randy Orton still with the belt or something like that.
Yeah.
Not the belt. Who has the belt right now?
No, Orton does.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, because
Okay,
Bray,
yeah, there we
cause
go.
Bray got transferred to Raw. Just stupid.
Yeah. All right, but maybe we got some shocks. What do you think, David? We'll go with you first.
Like you said, I think Randy Orton wins this match. They've already got a match, set up for him with stupid Jinder Mahal. I think with Bray Wyatt being moved to Raw, they really couldn't put the belt on him and have both major titles on the same show.
Julio.
I would say the exact same reason they would pick Randy Orton.
Yeah. Just because we kind of already know.
Yeah.
But let's say we didn't know. I would have liked to see Bray Wyatt win.
Me too.
I think.
I think Bray Wyatt should
Just
have held on to
because,
the
like-
title in the first place.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But WWE, here's the thing. WWE's doing this like whole. Jinder Mahal is the number one contender because in what you
India.
call it?
India.
India and like all the Arabs are now watching WWE again because of Jinder Mahal, and they
Yeah.
have a new show in India for like Arab-speaking people or whatever. That's strictly wrestling show, and it's one of the most watched shows WWE has ever produced. And now they're trying to help that out by putting Jinder Mahal number one contender, which it's business. They're working a great business angle, so you can't hate on them for that. I also think Jinder Mahal deserves a shot. Well, not deserves it over other wrestlers, but I don't think it's the worst thing ever. We always cry for new things, and
And this is new.
we got something new, and people are still crying. So I mean, you got to pick one side or the other.
It's still gay, but
Oh yeah, it's not the greatest thing, but it is something new. All right, so let's go to one of these women's matches. Let's go. Bailey versus Alexa Bliss is the Raw Women's Championship match tonight. Julio, what you got?
Alexa Bliss.
David?
It's kind of like what Jack. He's cutting me off again.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna say it. The last time you just said Strowman. That's it. No, go ahead. So why do you think Alexa Bliss?
I think they're gonna do like they did with Charlotte on SmackDown. Well, I don't know if she won the title, but they're probably gonna do the same thing that whatchamacallit? Alexa Bliss. Okay, now I'm done. I can cut me off all you want.
David?
I actually full-heartedly agree with Julio. I think they need to put the belt on Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss and Charlotte is the best thing that WWE's got going on for them right now. For the women's division. Bailey's been good. Bailey's a fan favorite. Alexa Bliss might be played off as a heel, but I mean everybody knows who she is. Everybody's a fan of Alexa Bliss. I mean, could be because of how good looking she is, but Alexa Bliss has to win this match.
I'm going Alexa Bliss just because I like her. and I mean, I don't like Bailey at all. She's a nerd. I can't stand the cornballs. Like she comes out dancing, hugging kids. Like no, that's not. I don't want to see that. I'm a 27-year-old dude. I don't want to see freaking a woman hugging little kids. It's just not what I want to see. Alexa Bliss comes off as a heel. You know, she's got the look that every other diva in the past that's been great has. I'm enough of Bailey. Bye-bye. I want Alexa Bliss to win.
And I would really like to see after this Sasha and Alexa Bliss. I think that would actually be a really good match. You know, because Sasha's put on some really good matches with Charlotte. I think Alexa Bliss has that same sort of, you know, personality and wrestling. I don't know about wrestling talent. Charlotte's, I think, is the most talented woman in WWE right now. But Alexa Bliss is good. Sasha Banks is good. I think that would be a phenomenal match after this.
Yeah. All right, now we got the tag team match between. I guess this is the #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. Enzo and Cass versus Gallows and Anderson. Either one of you guys can start.
Julio, go ahead.
Say Enzo and Cass, just to give them that push.
Okay.
Okay, David.
You know, I love Enzo and Cass. You know, like a lot of people are like, oh, their gimmick's getting old and this and that. I love Enzo and Cass. I really wish they would have been drafted to SmackDown. I think that's exactly what SmackDown needed for their tag team division, is something new, something refreshing. They would have gotten their push over there. But I think Gallows and Anderson win this match because the Hardy later on, the Hardys and Cesaro and Sheamus are for the tag titles. And, you know, based off of who I think is going to win that match, I think Gallows and Anderson win this match.
I hope that since we got the Hardy Boys, and there's actually a lot of tag teams now, that Enzo and Cass lose this match, and then they turn on each other. And, like, I'm hoping Big Cass just beats the hell out of Enzo. Just, like, you talk too much, you're all about talking, not about wrestling, and, you know, it's time for me to make my my singles debut and blah, 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 and then, you know, I want Cass to be, I think Cass could make a really good singles push, and Enzo can too. Like whenever Cena comes back, Enzo and Cena could like have some sick battle on the mic and stuff like that. I don't know, but I think they beat the hell out of each other, and then they go on singles after that. So Luke Gallows and Anderson, I say. Now, as David was saying, we do have the tag team championship today, which is the Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus. So we'll let David start because.
So, like I said, I think Gallows and Anderson wins the #1 contenders match, which leads the Hardy Boys to win this match. You know, they're going to have, you know, a face versus a heel. You know, Gallows and Anderson being that heel team. The Hardy Boys are that face team. So, I think it's plain and simple. The Hardy Boys win this match. You know, they're not going to take the titles off them already after they just came back. Everybody loves the Hardys. Everybody wants to see them broken once again at some point. But I don't think it's going to happen already.
Julio.
I'm gonna go with the Hardy Boys. I love the Hardy Boys, and I think they walk out champions still.
I agree, but I think the Hardy Boys are gonna hold this belt for a very, very long time until a new tag team gets introduced, and it's gonna be a ladder match. And this tag team match is gonna form between Shelton Benjamin and one of the New Day when they break up. So I don't know if it's going to be... I think Kofi Kingston and Shelton Benjamin would make one of the sickest tag teams of all time. And they will be the ones that beat the Hardy Boys. And they start their own little tag team thing. Because it's going to be a ladder match that the Hardy Boys lose the title in. It has to be. That's what they do. They do ladder matches. And they have to have people who can actually be athletic enough to do things in
and
ladder
that's
matches.
Shelton and Kofi.
Shelton and Kofi. So
the only thing with that is Kofi. I mean, the New Day did get switched to SmackDown. So if they split up, Kofi would be over there. Shelton Benjamin is rumored to have signed with SmackDown before the injury. So, but right. I mean, I would love that idea, but I think they would, you know, either it would have to be after another draft or something like that.
True. Or WrestleMania if they like.
True. They could do like a
Yeah.
inner promotional thing, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what other match here? Oh, Neville versus Austin Aries, and then we'll get to the title match.
Julio?
Wait, there is no title match.
No.
I would say Austin Aries because Neville almost blinded him at WrestleMania. So. And the pay-per-view is called Payback, so maybe that'll be the Austin Aries' Payback. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. David.
Um, man, you know, I just think, like, this, I mean, nobody's been paying any attention to the cruiserweights. It's been a huge issue. So this match is, I don't know. This match, I mean, it should be really good. Both of these guys are very good competitors. I think Neville walks away with it. You know, they've just been pushing him a lot. He's that big heel cruiserweight. But I don't think this feud is over. I think we're going to be seeing this match a few times yet.
I actually, for once, agree 150% with Julio. This is called Payback, and we haven't even mentioned like anyone getting payback on somebody else in here. So I think this will be one of the matches where the other person gets their payback, and I think Austin Aries beats Neville. I think they just gave Neville his WrestleMania moment because he's been in WWE for a while and he hasn't gotten many pushes. I think now that he got his moment, it's Austin Aries' time because I mean he's here for a reason. It's freaking Austin Aries. You know, he's one of the best indie wrestlers of all time, so he deserves his shot. I think he gets it here. Now, I just said there was no championship match. There's not. Freaking Brock Lesnar is gonna hold the title forever, and
Because he's not on the fucking show.
yeah, he's not. He's gonna hold the belt and not fight for it until I think, what did they say, SummerSlam, or they said something like that in like 3 months.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. So we don't have a championship match to talk
We're
about.
not on a Raw pay-per-view. We're not going to have a championship match for, like you said, a few of them because Brock Lesnar. Well, not it's it's not even Brock Lesnar's fault. Vince McMahon's just a fucking idiot. Excuse my language, but he continues to put belts on these guys that are part-timers, and I wouldn't even call Brock Lesnar a part-timer. He's like a 5% timer. He shows up, 6 times a year, maybe, and he's got a belt on him half the time. What kind of dumb shit is that?
I honestly think there's only one reason. It's called ratings. That's
Yep.
it. It's all about ratings. It's all about someone buying the WWE Network to see Brock Lesnar. Because if you don't have the WWE Network by now, you're not really a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And people know Brock Lesnar that don't know wrestling. So the only way someone's going to buy the pay-per-view is if someone they know is fighting. And that just turns out to be Brock Lesnar. If The Rock comes back, they'll probably put the belt on him in 2 days as well. When
Right.
CM Punk comes back, because we all know he's coming back eventually, they're going to give him the belt literally immediately because then UFC fans and just regular people that follow Twitter, because that's all he does is talk on there, are going to get the pay-per-view just to see, CM Punk. So that's the only reason why. There's no other reason. It's not because Lesnar's a super beast. Even though he is, that's just not the reason. So, all right, any last things for anyone before we end this?
No.
Like you said, this pay-per-view, the matches sound really good, and I think the matches will be good, but there's not going to be anything, crazy, I think, that happens tonight. There's not going to be, like, any major returns. There's not going to be, somebody, jumping off of something or something crazy. I mean, obviously, Jeff Hardy could try to kill himself again some way, somehow. But there's not going to be any huge surprises, I think. The matches should be good wrestled, but a lot of them who's going to win. So it's going to be a decent pay-per-view, but it's not going to be anything, no match of the year candidates, no, nothing like that.
All right, guys, so you can close it out, David.
All right, guys, and that was our 2017 Payback predictions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts on the pay-per-view? What do you think is going to happen tonight? Let us know in the comment section down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you like baseball, make sure to go like our baseball page on Facebook, Smashmouth Baseball. We don't actually have a Smashmouth Sports page on Facebook anymore, but we do have Italian Adam Schefter. I mean, I'm assuming I can talk about that on here. Um, Italian Adam Schefter, go give that a like. You know, talks about football, basketball, wrestling. You know, covers everything. But like I said, Smashmouth Baseball for baseball fans. But yeah, other than that, like I said, make sure to like and subscribe. And with that, we are out of here.